So last May, I started a prompt list by Sea Lemon, this one. And I was designing a mermaid based off of each of the fruit prompts. And I left off on strawberry, which means the next one is orange. So I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna need these. Let's get to work. So we're gonna start with a good old-fashioned mechanical pencil. Not that one though, this one. So of the few designs that I did make it through, I like the ones best where I actually spent a whole spread working on the design instead of just kind of going with my gut. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I have every intention of drawing legs. It's not gonna be a mermaid. I mean, it might end up a mermaid, but that wasn't my intention. I also think what worked best was starting small and kind of working on the silhouette. So we know the colors, we know the fruit. Now we just need a design. I'll start by drawing a little bit of oranges. The actual orange design is pretty simple. What, it's just a circle with a little and some texture. Why don't I start with maybe the plant and see if there's any cool elements that I can take from that. I'm not really familiar with orange tree. I literally had to think, I'm like, did they grow on trees? I think by drawing them a little, it'll familiarize myself. And then I guess there's supposed to be some oranges on there too. Texture. The leaves seem to focus on the ends of the branches. They don't just like stick out, you know. That's more of like a flower thing, I guess. Oranges don't have to be perfect circles, I'm also learning. Some are much more blobular. I want to start small, work on like a silhouette for the character design, because if it doesn't look good small, it's not going to look good large. When you see it smaller, it's easier to see the major flaws, I guess. Got a little head, a body. Look, there's those legs I was talking about. Now, the color orange, what does that make me think of? Power. Big poofy sleeves. I have no idea about hair. Whenever I do puffy sleeves, I'm like, ooh, what do I do with hair? That doesn't leave much room. It's like a double sticky outy witch hat. I don't know, what's another color of orange? You think of like a trendy looking inmate. That hand on the hip, I'm gonna copy that again. It's like higher than I would normally stick it. I think that shows a little bit more strength in character. Got like some pants, maybe oversized. So then there'd be like little legs sticking out the bottom. Let's give her an inmate number. Is that how that works? I don't know. Never been to jail. That's a record I plan to keep. And how about some like really slick to the skull braids? Now it's the color orange, but I feel like it's not quite the fruit orange. I do enjoy the silhouette though. I really want to color this sketch, but I like the sketches on the other side. So that's not happening. Just have to do it in my mind. Oh, so cute. I'm gonna swatch my colors. Ooh, that one's a bit pinky. Spring orange. That's a good name for that color. Whoa, now there's the only one that like, when I think orange, that's the color I think. I want to like further this idea, but incorporate more orange. So like oranges, when you cut them in half, they're citrus, so they have that cool pattern. I remember having to draw this for the lemon. Fruit here, and then the center's more rindy. The rind on the outside needs to be a lot skinnier. Let me try a wheel technique. That's like a flower. And then they have to be like really shiny because they're fruit. Now these are circles. A fashion element I can think of that are circles are glasses. Those like fun circle sunglasses. What if there's a way to add this pattern to them? Oh, but then they have the weird dot in the middle. Ooh, wait a minute. I don't hate them now that it's like more like a daisy. Let's try another one. Trying to draw them just straight on there so I can see the outfit and make sure it screams orange at me. When I think of oranges, I kind of think of like the texture on the outside. What about an outfit that's like suede or corduroy? I can't always draw high-waisted, can I? Corduroy skirts usually have a lot of like buttons. What about one of those like crop tops? That's like too big. What if we give that like a sweater texture to this too? Do I want to try the glasses? Give her a bag. Something simple. Boom. Maybe with like a handkerchief. Oh, and then these circles, those kind of could look like oranges, maybe. Some earrings, little top bun. These textures kind of give a very casual vibe, but then big earrings, the sunglasses, the very sleek top knot, and then the little fancy purse give me more high-end vibes. Maybe if I just give her some like high heels. It's too clashy with the textures, I think. Maybe a casual shoe, like a sneaker. Oh, and then this like could be green to imitate the leaves because they're pointy. And I think maybe the bun needs to be a little messier. Maybe some like little pieces that hang down. We just make the earrings a little smaller. Little moth-eaten holes. Follow the orange texture even more. What if there's like a little embroidered orange? If we could embroider this shape onto there. I think this reads more lemon to me, so maybe the whole thing. Yeah, that could be a cute little cider design. Think of the embroidery, I think of like, what is it? Hollister, where they have those little camis with like daisies on the top. If it was something like that, but with the oranges. Big clips in the hair. Full teen on this one. Drawing a little pose. I feel like a younger character can get away with wearing like actual patterns of the fruit a bit more. Maybe a sweater. Then I can add that texture in again. Big clips. What are these called? Like dad sneakers? Big chunky boys. This was definitely not orangey enough. Let me try the glasses idea. Let's see how that looks. Little face in here. Eyebrows that like poke out through there. I feel like these glasses require a very e-girl hairstyle. Short bangs and curly short hair with hair clips. There's my vague knowledge. Gotta have rosy noses. I've been doing this in my own art for centuries. Now the actual glasses. Centermost bit. It's the little things that bring me joy. And then the outside edge. I don't want to go too close to the edge. I want to keep that light because it's like the rind of the fruit. Doesn't taste good, so it's got no color. Kind of flat on the outside edge. What if I do them like opposite like this? Fan technique. This one doesn't end up with enough space in there. Although it's not terrible, but it is definitely not clean either. I should probably hold off with the e-girl till we get to the fruit peach, because I feel like peach blush, peach noses, peach eyeshadow, peach lips, peach hair is like very, very e-girl. Is there a crime against drawing too many e-girl inspired girls? I don't think so. I want to color that one so bad, but I didn't draw it on this page. What kind of outfit would suit this character? Layer it up. Guess her name's George. No, Florida. Clearly, I just want to draw peaches. Is that E-girl? I think that's E-girl, right? All right, it's fun, but I don't think it's what I'm looking for. And the neck is really, really long. Just bring that shoulder up. 1 second. Once you fix one thing, you're like, oh, well, then I have to fix everything. Anyway, this is my favorite part. That was fun, but I don't think that's what I want. We can implement an orange in a better way. Maybe a full body. Another person. Another little person here. So the fruit's like very structured. Picture structure kind of having lots of seams. An inmate jumper, but like fancy. Got like a really structured collar. There's that word again. A wide leg trouser. I feel like that's a very adult trend that I don't participate in. Make her look very rich, I guess. I don't know. Rich are the only people that can pull off inmate chic, right? Look at me, I've committed crimes and I'm not in jail. That like tied neckerchief, what if we do that actually around the neck? Then we can have that orange contrasting with the green. Fancy. Give them pointy shoes. Another thing I never gravitate toward. You know what this outfit reminds me of? Freddy from Scooby-Doo. There we go. Corduroy. It's very 70s. Instead of having them be citrusy, just have them be orange. Maybe we'll emphasize the shoulder pads a bit more. You know what this looks like? A very fancy Ruth Bader Ginsburg line art. There's a 0.3mm and a 0.5mm. Now when I'm doing something textured, I can use the like streaking strokiness of the markers to my advantage, or at least be conscious of it and make sure all the streaks are going the same direction as my pattern. Make it interesting. Try this marigold. It's got a nice point. I can get lots of texture. It can be light-handed. Changing up the direction of the corduroy here. Then maybe go vertical. I definitely want to be a texture to the fabric. Having the colors be so similar really works with that, whereas if I use the darker one, I think it would look more like stripes. Spring orange, nullify it a little bit for the hair. I think I want the hair to be darker than that. Kind of pictured it being black. There we go. Layered it with a gray. Over it one more time with the brown. Top color matter. For green, I'd really like it to be a very light green. That seems exactly what I was picturing. Let's start with this. This green I think is too light. There's no contrast. Since the green's the lightest, I might actually go down darkening the orange. Oh, I like the way it's blending out the texture actually. We can layer it again with that yellow maybe. Do this. No, I'm actually tempted to make the glasses green. Let's definitely do the shoes. Oop, this wasn't the green I wanted. Oh well. Glasses. Since oranges are circular, I think I do have to go with the orange. Go with this pumpkin yellow. Keep some reflections in there. Maybe even throw in a little of the orangiest orange. Lightest yellowish. Maybe if I can see the face through it, it would be better. Look more like glasses. Not the note I want to end on. I want to finish this. It's about the process. It's about the journey. What if I draw something that like includes that like orange branch as an illustration element? One of those cute like scrunched up poses. And then behind it, that orange tree. Kind of come behind the character. I forget the oranges this time. Maybe lower the age a bit. It's just too mature for my style, I think. Knees. I think what I'm forgetting is there's a very important color that oranges have. This is white, remember? So I feel like I should be taking more advantage of the color white, which I didn't use at all. The legs are just a little too spread out for me. She looks like she's in some kind of swing. Just pull this tree down as like a design element. It's like a surreal swing. And then we can even have this side coming up and being a little tiny orange tree. I should have the oranges coming up a little bit more. If I pull everything to the right, maybe get rid of this little orange, then it's like a whoosh. We can pull the legs down more that way so they're pointing that direction. That's kind of cute. I do like the necklaces and stuff. I think I want to keep the dark hair look. The legs got a little goofed. If the pose doesn't make sense, then how will I ever put the outfit on top of it? Take the eraser and just kind of lightly roll over it. Not as much as I would if I was doing line art, but just enough to give me more space. Do I want a double braid? Do I want the other one come down this way? Just a little placeholder for them for now. Changing it already. Now, moving our way down to the outfit. I do like the idea of the circle sleeves because it is a circle fruit. Let's pull it down so there's a square neckline, then the circle. Kind of what I tried to do with that parrot illustration. Just requires jewelry at this point. As long as we don't lose any structure of the body. I was picturing this top being white, but then I think that just leaves too much white. I want most of this to still be very orange. I do like the amount of orange that this had. This one, see, there's a lot of pant that was orange, and then this top I kind of pictured being white, but there's just so much overwhelming orange that it would be fine. But like, because she's leaning forward, the torso is going to make up a large majority of the color. So that's not going to work. Orange is the important color here, and also the name of the fruit. By that argument, the top's going to have to be orange. Corduroy puffy sleeves does not sound like something that would work. What if we do that like Swiss cheese broderie anglais? Ooh, but like this is a perfect opportunity for some like fun shoes like lace up or like a ballet slipper. I think it goes around, then it comes back around. There we go. You can see the one in the back too. If we want to like incorporate more of these, we can make these those like more tied sleeves. Then it kind of like spreads throughout. We could add them to these. Trying to make these not look like horns. So I think this is plenty good, but it's time to once again erase it. Line art. Start with the face. Eyebrows. Big innocent baby eyes. The braid. Continue down here. Finish off this guy. Now I move on to the body. A few tangents happening in here, but we'll just ignore them. Simple plain skirt. Now what's left is the little orange tree in the background. Start with the skinniest part of the branch. Build up from there. We get like twisty turny. And an orange maybe back here. Looks organic, doesn't it? Snapshot. Oh, I didn't add the little holes. That's what I'm thinking. We'll use a light color for this. I think I'll start with this color. A little bit more yellow than I wanted. I'm just trying to like see what colors I have and see what I can use where. Not too worried about streaks because this is the first layer, if you catch my drift. We'll move on to the next colors. I want to do the same thing with the hair where I layered YR5 with the cool gray. What would this color look like by itself? Like, look, it's going to be really cool, but when I layer it with colors that are already in the color scheme, everything looks a little nicer. I'm going to start our shirt with these yellows here. Start with the lightest one. We're not looking entirely orange. Layer a little bit more this one. Maybe add some spots with it. It just looks like cheese. Try using this orange for like blush. Blending it out with the other color I used for skin. Skin's looking a lot redder than I was hoping for, so I like need to desaturate it somehow. What happens if I layer cool gray with orange? I think we just need some plain orange in here, so I'm gonna throw it in. Hopefully it'll pull away from the cheese vibe. tempted to just go over this with the orange. The only problem with that is I made the skin tone a similar value to this orange. So I might have to go over it with the gray. I'm nervous about this. I'm gonna color in this branch. Go over that with the gray, tone it down. Separate our values here. The leaves. Darker green, not an overwhelming amount. I wonder if I need to darken the hair even more because it's blending in with the branches. I might actually be able to lift a little bit of the branch. Color in some of these oranges. Let's switch between these colors. Some are more ripe than others. They do look like peaches though. Maybe I should go more orange. Desaturate these a little. Let's do orange lips. Shoot. I'm having a tone and value problem here. A quick way to fix it would probably be to make the skin darker, but I made the hair so dark. And I mixed up my markers and I don't know which ones are which. Just try adding some shadows with a darker skin color. I can also use green, like I did there. That'll separate it from the orange if I use a little here and a little here. Cancel each other out, far less saturated. Oh yeah, that's actually making a very significant difference. A nice light blue in the background would be kind of cute. I still think this is just too yellow, so I need to go over that with something. Maybe that spring orange color. Try it. It's a light orange, and it'll pull it away from that yellow. Maybe use this for the shoes. Green could have been a good color for the shoes. Try it. I like it. I like it. Shadow back there too. Separate the two sections of shoe. Throw in some more orange here. Even orangier. Ooh, I love this color. Why didn't I use this more? I'm gonna put it everywhere. Layering, you know. Now it looks kind of fall. Little eyeshadow. I think I will grab a little light blue. Nope, not that one. That's saturated. Although, saturated blue might work because I kind of desaturated all these. I kind of like the white space. It makes it sketchy. Well, I mean, it makes it look purposefully sketchy. I think that's a fun look. Oh, this is cute. I like it. Wish I had more contrast though. Should I try making the skin a little darker? Enjoy what it is. Okay, hi, bye. Thanks for watching. This is how it ended up. Layer this with another yellow, maybe that nice orange. No, something a little less orangey. Just to kind of pull away from the green that I added in earlier. There's more contrast now. I was really worried that it was gonna like clash with the liner, but I don't think it did. Or blend in, not clash. The opposite. There's my spread inspired by oranges. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys all next week, and I hope you have a delicious evening full of waffles. Bye!